Hi guys, welcome to Eshua Pig Farms. So sometime last year, a farmer came to my farm and then he noticed that Capo and Hefzi had farrowed 13 piglets each. This year, Capo had given me 15 piglets, born live, and then Hefzi had 12 piglets. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can follow a proven scientific method to get your pigs to give you 12 piglets per litter or more. It was not always like this for me until I discovered this 7-step formula which I use now on my farm to get 12 plus litters or 12 to 15 piglets per litter. I am sure that if you are able to consistently get 12 to 15 piglets per litter, your farm would become very profitable if you do all things right. And again, you can easily grow from a small farm to a medium scale or a very large scale commercial pig farming venture. Whether you are a beginner or you are already into pig farming looking for ways to grow, I'm going to share this simple step formula with you because I believe that we must all do well as farmers. Many top farms do not share how they choose the animals they use for their breeding. And that is what I will be doing to get your animals to give you a large number of piglets per litter. So what's this proven method I am speaking about? I simplified it into the acronym PIGLETS, piglets. So what does this mean and how does it help you? P stands for proven origin. Okay, now before you choose a gilt, you must be sure that this gilt is descended from a parentage where large litters are always born. When the gilt is descended from a parentage that gives birth to a large number of piglets per litter, those genetic traits are passed on to these piglets. So the chances that they will be very prolific are high, and that helps a pig farmer to become profitable in the long run. It also helps a small scale farmer, if they manage their farm well, to quickly scale from being small scale to becoming large scale. Imagine that your pigs are always giving you 14 piglets anytime they litter. The next step we consider is I in the piglets formula. I stands for ideal age and weight. Now the pig you are using for your breeding or you are about to cross, what age is it and what is its weight? Okay, so what's the ideal age? The ideal age at which you start crossing a pig should be 7 months or 8 months, when it has experienced its second or third heat. So you are crossing it at about its third heat, and then it should be above 120 kg in weight. The pig you are crossing or breeding should be more than 120 kg in weight. When you do this, it means that the pig is well matured to carry a lot of piglets in its womb. Next, we want to talk about the G. The G in the piglets formula. Can you guess what it is? Okay, G stands for good growth and nutrition. Every animal you're going to use for breeding must show that when fed well, it grows fast, because that is the trait you would want its piglets to pick up. When the mother pig is well fed, it ensures that the piglets that are born have a greater chance of surviving. After we meet these first three conditions, P for proven origin, I for ideal age and weight, G for good growth and nutrition, we move to the next three sets. L for large pelvic structure. The gilt or the sow you are using must have a large pelvic structure to enable it push out and bring forth all its piglets without complications. An animal that has a smaller pelvic structure would need assists in its birthing most of the time. So when you see a pig, it must also have a large pelvic area and it must have sufficient back fat. Note that sufficient back fat is very crucial for the survival of the piglet. Why? Because sufficient back fat allows the mother pig to produce enough breast milk for the piglets without losing a lot of weight whilst breastfeeding them. It means that survival rate is high. Your chances of profitability are also high when you do all other things well. An important factor that every beginner farmer or even experienced farmers have to check when they are choosing a gilt for breeding is the number of teats that the gilt has or the about to cross pig has. Does it have enough teats to breastfeed its babies? In our farm, the minimum acceptable number of functional teats a mother pig or an about to cross must have is minimum 12 evenly spaced teats. Most of the pigs we have 14 teats that are evenly spaced, because if they have 14 teats, it means that they can comfortably breastfeed 14 piglets. Then we have T for timing. Okay, the timing of your breeding is crucial. The first thing I said was that your pig should only be bred after it has experiencing its third heat. That timing is crucial, because breeding or crossing your pig in its third heat can lead to an extra 2 to 4 piglets. Imagine that when you cross your animal, you have 2 to 4 more piglets that are born alive. Wouldn't it add to your profitability as a farmer? The next thing is the actual time where the animal is crossed. In the early stages of estrus, or at the early stage of heat, the animal produces only a few eggs. Then in about 48 hours, it's on standing heat. At this point, it is good to breed or introduce your animal to the male pig. But what we do at Eshua Pig Farms is that we cross them twice when they are on standing heat. Early morning and late evening when they are on standing heat. So timing is essential. Then the next thing that we do to make sure that any animal we are crossing is in sound health. Now, this is one thing that can determine how well your breeding operation goes completely. An animal in sound health is very active. When they see food, they rush to food, especially when they are hungry and all that. But when you follow all these steps, proven origin, ideal age and weight, these are very important because they determine the size or the number of piglets. Then the other management practices ensures that you are able to keep all your piglets until you wean them off without losing a lot of them. So don't make the mistakes that many beginner farmers make when they set off. They are so concerned about price tags that they lose out on the important factors of the genetics of the animal. Now, what am I talking about? When an animal is of the right weight and age, and you can see that this animal is good and is from a good lineage, buy it. It may be expensive, but buy it. It is better to buy a good animal at an expensive price for your breeding than to go and get a shoddy animal that doesn't grow and can only give you 6 or 7 piglets per litter. Now, so answer this question for me. Which would you prefer? A cheap animal that gives you 6 or 7 piglets per litter, or an animal that gives you 12 to 15 piglets per litter throughout each lifetime? The first animal is cheaper, costs 150,000 naira per pregnant pig, and then the other pig costs 900,000 naira per pregnant pig. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comment section. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, I would want you to like it. I'd like you to share it, and most importantly, I want you to help us attain 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, and see you again in the next video.